Having a bad lead quality with Facebook ads can be soul crushing. I have spent hours and hours and hours and hours chasing leads that turned into nothing because they didn't remember the ad, they didn't pick up, they submitted wrong information, they were lying about their information, and it all came from 7 mistakes that I was making in the past, which today we have now fixed as I've built a 6-figure agency that now generates thousands of leads per month for our active client base. And in this video, what we're going to be doing is, instead of blaming Facebook and Instagram, we're going to be taking a look at whether your system is well oiled. So I'm going to be sharing 7 things that you can do to increase your lead quality, increase your conversion rates, and ultimately increase your revenue that you are making from your paid advertising. And by the end of this video, you are going to be able to score your current lead system on a scale of 0 to 100. 100 being good, 0 meaning that you have a lot of work to do. So by the end of this video, you are going to have some homework so that you can implement these things so that you can ultimately grow your business with paid ads. As understanding how to manipulate demand in your favor by using ads is a similar skill set to being stuck in the desert and you're able to create a well to drink from with dynamite. Paid ads can save a business overnight. It is like jet fuel on a business if you do it right. And I've always made the joke with my brother that paid ads is like crypto, because he's like big into crypto, right? My brother, he trades and he works with like some of the top crypto traders in Africa in the Middle East, like Dubai and stuff. And he always is like, Ben, you're like, imagine getting like a 3x return or like a 10x return in a month with crypto. And I'm like, dude, you can do that with ads. Like with ads, you can get a 3x, a 5x, a 10x return in a month, and that's the power of them, is that ads are literally like the boom of crypto, but for your business. And geez, I used to struggle with lead gen. I used to struggle so bad. I remember cold calling for hours and hours and hours and sitting there and, taking a water break and trying to have a nap so that I could wake up with more energy, because I was just like pushing through this sludge of bad leads. And I want to invite you to a world where you could be speaking to high quality leads with every single conversation, so that every conversation is fruitful and has an opportunity to produce revenue, so that every single minute of time you or your sales team spend talking to leads is that much more profitable. That's my promise to you. So let's get right into the video. All right. So this video is going to show you how to get fewer leads from Meta ads, but make more money from them. So instead of bragging about how you got 100 leads in a day, you're bragging about how you got 20 leads that brought you in thousands of dollars in a day. So these are the 7 steps, and we are going to start all the way over here with step 1. Keep in mind, have a pen and paper ready so that you can keep your score, so that you know how big of a problem this is in your business by the end of the video. So step 1, the first secret weapon that you have available is ask before you sell. The bad leads that I've seen, they hate thinking, they hate using their brain, whereas good leads expect to answer questions. Good leads understand that by asking questions and answering questions, their problem gets understood, and because their problem is understood, they are better paired with a service or an offer. So every question that you ask is going to filter tire kickers. It's going to filter out those time wasters. It's going to pre-frame seriousness, and it's going to improve your sales call quality. So currently, if you're just asking for name, phone, email, that's far too little. I want you to be using 3 to 5 questions. You can be asking questions about their goals, their budget, their team size or company size. You can ask questions about their monthly revenue. And I would recommend using multiple choice or having a short answer text. So if you say, hey, what is your primary goal? That would be a short answer where they can write it out. And then they're more engaged because they're kind of putting a little bit of their own uniqueness into the form rather than just having pre-filled questions. Avoid yes or no questions and then make them choose. So the impact of this is that you're going to have fewer leads because you have more friction, which means that there's more barrier to entry, right? But the leads that come through are going to be higher intent because they committed more to answering the form. And this results in a shorter sales cycle because your leads are more committed to the process that you've created for them to walk through. So if you are already asking 3 to 5 qualifying questions before someone becomes a lead, I'm going to give you 15 points. Okay, so you just went from 0 points to 15 points. If you are not asking 3 to 5 qualifying questions, you've got 0. You're just getting name, email, phone number. That is not enough. You need to be getting a bit of discovery questions in there. Let's move on to secret weapon number 2. Two-factor verification. You need to know who is behind the hat. You need to be able to see their eyes. So if someone won't verify their number, they were never buying anyway. So what's really great about Facebook ads is when you're creating an instant form within Facebook ads, you can select SMS OTP, or you can have people verify their phone number, which means that when they put in their number, they're going to get an SMS code, and they're going to have to type in that code to confirm that their number is real, which means that you're getting real phone numbers. And this doubles your pickup rates. So you can use SMS OTP in Facebook. It's very easy to set up, and you can confirm their number before submission. The impact is that you're going to have no fake leads. It's all real phone numbers. You're going to have improved contact rate. So it's really, really like a no-brainer. Please do this. Otherwise, you're going to spend half your day calling fake phone numbers, and you're going to waste half your ad spend on fake information. Cool. So scoring. I'm going to give you another 10 points if you verify phone numbers before submission. So if you're currently verifying phone numbers before submission, add 10. You should be on 25 points if you have done both steps. If not, you're still on 0 because fake leads don't verify, but a buyer, someone with intent, is willing to verify their phone number. Step number 3, secret weapon. 2 men shaking ads. Okay? Make the ad do the teaching. Education does these 3 things. It positions you as an authority, it pre-qualifies the viewer, and it repels people who want shortcuts. So if I'm busy selling a service, and let's say I'm selling fitness coaching, you can educate people on fitness coaching and educate them about calories and nutrition and weightlifting, or you can say get a 6-pack in 60 seconds. Now, one of them is going to attract people who want 6-pack in 60 seconds, and the other one is going to attract people who genuinely want to learn, understand, implement, and achieve their goal. So ask yourself, are you attracting someone who wants a microwave meal, or are you attracting someone who wants a home-cooked dinner? Because that's what educational ads do, is they attract people who want home-cooked dinners instead of those junk leads who just want a microwave meal. So give that one a thought, right? Give that one a thought, because I've made thousands of ads, and I can tell you now that home-cooked meals always win. So how do we implement this? You're going to create ads that explain a common mistake, a misconception, a behind-the-scenes insight. So an example might be why cheap leads kill sales teams. If you're a lawyer, you might say, this is a common mistake that people in divorce law make. Or if you're an accountant, this is a misconception people make about their taxes at the end of the year. Or if you are a coach, this is a common mistake that people make, or this is a common mistake that toxic coaches make. So you want to just educate them through mistakes, misconceptions, or behind the scenes, right? Some insights that you have as the expert. The impact of this is you're going to have higher lead quality because you're bringing them in with those home cooked meals. You're going to have lower refunds, lower churns, and better client expectations. And that is the key word over there, right? Is better client expectations. They're stepping in with more of an idea of who you are because they've shaken hands with you intellectually. Okay. Now, step 3. I'm going to add 15 points if your ad is teaching them something before asking for the click, before asking for the call to action. You get another 15 points. You can write that down if your ad is educational. If your ad is just book a call, you're attracting tourists. You're attracting people who are window shopping, okay? You're not attracting people who actually want to feel the texture of the clothing that you're selling and feel the texture of the leather on the belt. They're just standing outside looking at the glass pane with your clothes behind, and they're window shoppers, okay? Let's move on to step 4. We've got a good old American running with his flag on a horse. Secret weapon number 4. Speed beats skill. So this is about automation, right? So I need you to be confirming their application automatically the moment they submit. And what's great is that Meta has now made this possible with WhatsApp automation, Facebook Messenger automation. There's ManyChat that you can use for Instagram automation, or you can use something like Make or Zapier, something third party that can also send them an automatic email, an automatic SMS, or an automatic WhatsApp message. So leads go cold within, I would say, 30 minutes or an hour, not 24 hours. So a fast follow-up increases their show-up rate. It builds trust instantly. It reduces them ghosting you and not picking up and losing interest. So you're going to implement this with an instant WhatsApp or SMS, just saying, hey, John, got your application. Thank you for submitting. Our team's going to be with you in 24 hours. You can send them an email confirmation. You can send them calendar reminders. And then what we like to do as well is send more educational content through email. And the impact of this is you're going to have higher show-up rates, better call quality, more prepared prospects, and more trust ultimately. Okay? And if you are currently doing this, if your lead is getting a message in under 30 seconds, so they're getting an email, they're getting an SMS, they're getting a WhatsApp notification, they're getting some sort of boom, we've received your submission, we've received your call booked. If they're currently getting some sort of thumbs up that they've done something and then we see them within 60 seconds, you get 15 points. If not, if you're getting back to them 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours later, you're getting a 0. Okay? So by now, if you're doing all these things right, you should be on 55 points. Let's get to step 5. Step 5 has been the biggest game changer for my lead quality, especially with training the Meta Pixel in the ad account. And that is non-qualifier kill switches. This is your greatest secret weapon out of this entire video, if I'm being honest. Okay? Certain answers block submission entirely. Now, you don't want to be like most people and think to yourself, oh, if I don't put the option there, those types of people won't submit. If I just say that the lowest monthly revenue for the multiple choice is $50,000 per month, then people below $50,000 per month won't submit. But that's not true, because people will select that because it's the lowest option. So what I'm saying is, if you want blondes, okay, and you don't want brunettes, then you want on the form you want people to be able to submit whether they're a blonde or a brunette. You don't want to just say, oh, are you a blonde, yes or no? You want to say, are you blonde or are you brunette? And then the moment they select brunette, the form is unable to submit. It says, thank you for your interest, but we cannot help you. And you set this up with something called conditional logic, which is very easy to do within the instant form. Conditional logic. It's like you have multi-choice, and if they select this option, it takes them there. If they select this option, it takes them there. Okay? So certain answers block submission entirely. Okay, I'm gonna write here blonde or brunette. So why it works. You don't want to handle objections. You want to prevent bad fits from entering the system entirely. So the way that we implement this is disqualifying answers like no budget, just researching, under X revenue. And if they select these, the form ends. So my favorite ones are asking about their budget, asking about their current revenue, asking about how important this is to them or when they're thinking of getting it done. And we're really trying to filter out the wheat from the chaff. We're trying to find out who is not serious about this, okay? And what's great is once you do this, it protects your sales team from all these time wasters. It saves you time. It also increases morale and close rate within the team because the team, instead of getting 50 mixed leads, they're now getting 45 good leads and 5 mixed leads, okay? So let's score this. If someone is able to disqualify themselves and be blocked from submitting your form, I'm giving you 15 points, okay? If everyone can apply and everyone can find their way into your CRM and no one is special, you're getting a 0, okay? In fact, I should probably give you a minus 15 because this is so important for training your pixel. Because what's happening when you just allow everyone through is you tell Facebook, you tell Instagram, I want more volume, I want more volume. But when you add a wall, when you add bounces, when you add a gate for people to get through, then Meta will only see the people who went through and it will say we need more people like these people. So if you let only blondes through and you have 5 blondes, Meta is going to say we need to get more blondes. Whereas you let everyone through, black hair, brown hair, gray hair, red hair, blue hair, blondes, it's going to say just get people who have hair. Okay? So we're training Meta as if it's an animal, as if it's a dog, as if it's a living creature. We're training it, okay? Now, secret weapon number 6, a man with his fish. Call out who it's not for. You explicitly say who should not apply, okay? Who is this not for? Why this works. So weak businesses self-select out and serious businesses lean in. So if I'm doing an ad for a private equity firm, I will say, we have funded $1 billion in the past decade. This is not for startups. We are looking for businesses who are already doing $500,000 a year or more. Okay? If I'm selling solar power, I might say, you know, we've installed 1,000 solar units this year on commercial buildings. This is not for residential buildings, okay? So the way that we implement this is in the ad, we're going to say this is not for beginners, it's not for no budget businesses, it's not for people who want cheap results, cheap leads, cheap projects. This is for teams ready to scale, owners who can close, businesses spending on growth. And the impact is you're going to get fewer leads, but you're going to have much higher confidence in the calls, and you're going to have better long-term clients ultimately, okay? So in terms of scoring, give yourself 15 points if you're currently saying in the ad clearly who this is for and who this isn't for. Okay, because clarity, getting very specific about who you want, is going to repel the wrong people. So if you're currently doing this, add 15 points. If you're not saying who it's not for, then you're not getting any points. And we're on to secret weapon number 7. Secret weapon number 7. Are you ready? Are you ready? Secret weapon number 7 is speak to one awareness level only. You target one stage of awareness, not all 5. So breakthrough advertising by Eugene Schwartz. He's one of the grandfathers of online marketing and direct response marketing. And he speaks of the 5 stages of every customer. Okay. And what's interesting about these stages is that you have most of your people up here, unaware. So maybe you have, 80% of people there. And then maybe you've got 10% of people there. And then maybe you've got 5% of people there. And then maybe you've got 3% of people there. And maybe you've got 2% of people there. And the problem is that most people go after, I would say, these people over here. They go after problem aware, which is only 10% of people. So I might say things like, let's use, what's a good example here? Let's use accounting. Let's use accounting because I really understand accounting. I really love like numbers behind business. It also just ties into finance, and I work with financial firms. So let's use accounting. Problem aware. If my ad is focused on, are you overpaying on taxes? Okay, then what's happening is I'm only going after people who are aware of the problem, which is that they're overpaying on taxes. And I'm missing out on these people, and I'm missing out on these people. So if I wanted to make an ad that was speaking to unaware, I might say something like, these 5 simple hacks show if you are overpaying on taxes as a business owner. That would be a great example of an unaware ad. Okay, so instead of saying, are you overpaying on taxes, I'm kind of discovering with them if they are overpaying on taxes. Cool. Then solution aware would be something like, this is how you, I'm trying to think of an example. So product aware would be them being aware of like an audit, okay, like a financial audit. Most aware would be them being aware of your service. So these are the people who are aware of your service. So maybe they've seen your ad, or seen your content. Product aware would be people who know about accounting, auditing, financial advisory. And then solution aware would be people who know that they can review their taxes or audit their taxes. Okay. And I would actually start with going after these 2 top ones. Most people start with number 2 only. I want you to start with 1 and 2. And as you build up more people who know who you are, more people will funnel down into the lower segments. So most ads fail because they talk to everyone and resonate with no one. So they say things from all 5, and then people don't even know what they're talking about. So what I want you to do is pick 1 stage per campaign, and then match the ad message, the creative, and the landing page to someone who is in that journey or in that process, right? So problem aware, if I'm talking to a sales team, I might say things like, your leads aren't bad, your system is. If I'm speaking to someone who is problem aware with solar, I might say, your you're spending way too much on electricity every month. Have you considered switching to commercial solar as a business owner? And what happens is you're gonna get better conversion rates because you're gonna be achieving higher relevance scores. You're gonna be pairing the right message with the right person at the right time, and it forms this triangle that creates conversions. It's really incredible once you get this right. So how do we score this? So I'm going to give you 15 points if your ad is written specifically for one level of awareness. Okay, and this is awareness by the customer. Okay, if you're talking to everyone, you're not going to convert anyone. So you're going to get 15 points, taking you from 85 to 100 points if your ad is written for one awareness level. Okay, so these are all 7. To recap, step 1, secret weapon number 1, ask before you sell. Ask 3 to 5 discovery questions. Step number 2, two-factor verification. Verify their number with an OTP. Step number 3, teach in the ad. Lead the ad as an educator. Step number 4, automated follow-ups, automated confirmations. Step number 5, add non-qualifier kill switches in your forms. Block submissions if they select certain answers. Step number 6, call out who it is not for in the ad. Explicitly say who should not apply. And secret weapon number 7 is speak to one awareness level at a time. Okay, my favorite to speak to is these top 2 ones. Unaware and problem aware are my favorite because they make up 90% of the market. Only if you're like a very recognized brand would I go into the bottom 5%, which is your product aware, most aware. Okay, this is often for big businesses. I would say if you're a small business, you can focus on these first 2 or 3. Okay, so now take your final score, work it out, and we're going to judge your score. So if you are in 0 to 40 as your score, you are currently spending money every single month on ads to educate strangers who are never going to buy from you. You're building a tourist funnel of window shoppers. It's the brutal reality, okay? If you are at 41 to 70, you're building a hope-based funnel. You're kind of rolling a dice. Some buyers will slip through by accident. Okay, I want to see you at a score of 70 plus. So 71 to 85 is a sales ready funnel. Your sales team should be closing by now. Okay, consistently. And if you're at 86 to 100, you've got a buyer only funnel. You don't need more leads. You just need to crank capacity on your sales team, increase your ad spend, and you're going to be scaling viciously. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that I kept my promise to you and that I've shown you how you can get fewer leads by increasing friction and make more money from them. And this is the exact system that we use to generate thousands of leads every single month. It's how I built a 6-figure lead generation agency at 21, and now at 22 years old, how I'm building a multi 6-figure lead generation agency. I'm documenting the entire journey just for the love of the game, because I love business, and I've also been in your position. If you're a starting business owner, or if you don't even have a business yet, this is exactly what I would do if I was in your shoes. And if you already are an established business owner, or you're doing even better than I am, maybe you're doing 7 figures, multi 7 figures, these are some of the lessons that you can share with your sales teams, with your marketing managers, or if you're running your own ads, you can learn from this. And ultimately, you will see an uplift in your lead quality and conversion. So thank you so much for watching. It's been great having you join me this very foggy morning here in Cape Town. And all the best for your 2026. You stay blessed, and we'll be talking soon. Bye for now.